Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, folks around the world. Welcome to another episode of Hangin at Inti HQ, live at Inti Creates headquarters in beautiful Chiba, Japan. I am your host, Inti Creates producer, and the localization director, Matt Papa, and to my right is a fine gentleman who goes by the name of, I know it, but I'm going to tell you to say it anyway.
Andrew Singleton, localizer here at Inti Creates. We're having a good one. We're all having a good one.
We are.
It's so good here. Tell you what. No, it really is. We're happy to be here.
Yes,
it's,
as always.
It's a pleasure to be here for a regular scheduled program.
Yes.
Just a short 2 weeks after our last one.
Yes, it is.
So, wow.
It feels good. It feels good. We're coming off a big high from this past weekend, which we will obviously get into. If you saw the thumbnail for this stream on Twitch or YouTube, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, and we will definitely get to that in just a little bit. But before we do that, good friends, I want to ask Mr. Andrew Singleton, localizer Inti Creates, how the heck he's doing?
Oh, I'm doing.
How you doing, man?
Fabulous.
Like, what's? I know we've had a lot going on here, but you know, there's more to life than what we do here at the office every day. So
Sure.
what you been up to, man? What's cooking?
Oh, still keeping it real at home.
Yeah, the way to be, people.
Feels like there's just so many games out there to play.
Oh, I know, it's kind of nuts.
I've been playing actually No Man's Sky because it had a big new update.
Really?
I dipped back into that.
Yeah, I
it's
never
a
got my hands
real
on
big
that.
one. Yeah, it's a real big one. So it's super nice to start that up again. I'm playing a bit of the new Magic set on Arena there. We're still playing Crusader Kings 2 or 3, not 2, 3 now.
You could play 2.
Big one. I could. It's still there. There's lots of DLC. How about you, man?
Games have been a big part of what we've been up to lately. I'm actually kind of getting back on the anime train, just a little bit, bit. Like, and now that my hockey season, the whole hockey season is over, that frees up a lot of time.
Yeah.
When my New York Islanders were doing so well, there was a game every other night, so that was my night.
Yeah,
every other day, pretty much. So, I've had a lot. Now that that's over, I've kind of gotten back into the swing of things. Last week was a big one, because back-to-back days, Mario 3D All-Stars came to my house.
Yeah,
and the new Family Stadium 2020 came to my house.
It's a wealth.
Oh my God, I am head over heels in love with the new Family Stadium. It is. Oh my God, they have a story mode in it that. For those of you who don't know, Family Stadium has been like kind of very simple arcadey style baseball game that's been put out by Namco for the past almost 25 years now. Actually, no, 35 years. What the heck am I talking about? Jeez.
Nintendo for it.
Yeah, it's a very kind of arcadey, kind of simple style game, and they have a story mode in there. Because in every single game, there's a team called the Namco Stars.
Yes.
And it features a bunch of Namco characters as baseball players. And they did a whole big story mode with it this time, featuring a whole bunch.
Yeah, I saw a trailer for that.
It's so awesome. It's like someone
Mega
who
fan service.
It's someone who loves classic Namco characters and baseball, wrote a fan fiction and then made a game about it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's amazing. My favorite is Solvalu. The ship from Xevious is a picture. The ship. Sure. It is a alien blasting spaceship. That is a picture. How awesome is that? That's so good.
That's pretty good.
It's so good. So that's been eating up a lot of my time, and I got about 60 stars in Mario 64.
Nice.
So far. Got to get all 120.
Respectable.
You got to get all 120. If you're not getting all 120, then honestly, what the heck are you even doing with your life? That's pretty much how I feel about that. And I'm very excited to play Sunshine. I've never actually played Sunshine.
Wow, really?
Never. Totally. I had a GameCube. Totally missed it. Totally just skipped out on Sunshine somehow. Don't know how, but it did. So once I'm finished with 64, I'm going to jump into that and then revisit Galaxy, because Galaxy rules.
And Galaxy is the one I haven't played.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
So that's why I've been going back and forth on getting that or not. So
yeah. Well, if you do,
I got until March to figure it out. I guess.
If you do, Galaxy is a treat, for sure. It's really, really fun. So yeah, so that's what we've been up to. I hope you guys there in the chat, I see you Twitch, I see you YouTube. I hope you guys are doing well and you're being safe. Really appreciate you guys coming in here to hang out with us on this special occasion, because as we talked about, we had a very special weekend that I will get to y'all in just a moment. But before we do that, there's just two little things I want to share with you guys right here and right now. So I'm going to go right along to topic number 1, which is kind of related to what went on this past weekend, which is our Tokyo Game Show Inti Creates developer sale. This is one of the biggest sales we've ever done.
Yeah?
I mean, everything.
Catalog is bigger than ever.
Is on sale. So on the Nintendo platforms, Switch and 3DS, and Steam. You look up Inti Creates games. They're all there. They're all on sale. And on Steam, we actually got our friends at PQ, who publish our Galgon titles, to put all the Galgon games on sale on Steam too.
You're helping us out.
So Double Piece, 2, VR, all of them are on sale, plus all of our entire Switch Inti Creates library.
It's a lot of games.
It is a lot of games. It is a lot of games. So if you're missing out on that Inti Creates title that maybe you forgot about, you're kind of putting off, haven't given it a chance yet, whatever your reason may be, now is the time, good friends, and pick that up. We have games up to 80% off. It's a freaking steal, y'all.
And Curse of the Moon 2, not even that old.
No, it's not.
It's a pretty significant discount.
Yes, it is. I think this is the biggest discount we've had for Curse of the Moon 2 so far. So if you missed out on Curse 2 or any of these other amazing titles that us and our friends here pour our blood, sweat, and tears into, you can pick them up on Switch, 3DS, or Steam for cheaper than we normally sell them for. So that's awesome for you. And the next little thing is not so much news as that is just, it's so good. I can't help but share this.
One of those feel-good.
What? It's the feel-good story of the week. The feel-good story of the week. You hear that music? You hear that music? There is a mysterious specimen, a mysterious creature, appeared at the Nagoya Inti Creates office.
So perfect.
Look at this precious boy. Look at him. He is the absolute most precious boy, and he just. One day, the Nagoya staff came in, and there he was. Just there he was, just being a good boy, hanging out. in all seriousness, no. Blaster Master director Nishizawa shared this with us. Somebody 3D printed this Fred figure, for the team. It's like, this is a one of a kind. Sadly, really this is not merch. It's not going to be on sale. I wish it was. But this is just a nice little gesture by a friend given to our Blaster Master director, and we had to share it with the whole world because this is too precious of a boy to not share.
It's really impressive.
It's so that's I did not think that was 3D printed. I thought that was sculpted or like something like that. So there is your feel-good story of the day. But things are about to feel even better. You know why they're about to feel even better? Andrew Singleton, Localizer, Inti Creates.
I might have a hint of an idea.
An inkling idea. Because topic number 3, dear friends, is of course our big announcement from Tokyo Game Show Online 2020, where Galgon producer Mr. Shigeru Nakanawa made the rounds, put his beautiful face out there for the world, and introduced this lovely title that I'm about to share with y'all. So before we get into it, I want to roll this clip, and you guys can see the good stuff that is in store. So if you would, please. That is right. Dear friends, we are partnering once again with our good friends over at PQ to release Galgon Returns. to the West.
Super excited.
I have been waiting for this day for a very, very long time, and I am so delighted to bring this news to you guys today. It's happening. A remaster, remake of the original, the one that started it all, is coming to Switch, Steam, and back home to Xbox.
Yes, that's wild.
Next year, 2021. What were your thoughts when you first got the news that this is happening?
I was like, it makes so much sense. Like, we've been waiting for this.
Yes, yes. This is the one that got away. I mean, for those of you who don't know the history of Galgon, the original Galgon, that's it, just called Galgon, was released in 2011, right here in Japan, on the Xbox 360, and was subsequently followed up on the PlayStation 3 a year later. And that's it. It never left the shores of Japan for all this time. So the rest of the world, and especially non-Japanese speaking world, I know people have imported the game over the years, but this game has never been officially released outside of Japan. And I am so freaking excited that Galgon, the original, is getting a worldwide, multilingual, Japanese, English, Chinese, Korean, boom. I am just overwhelmed with joy.
Everybody else gets a piece of it.
Because, for the West, I think most of you got your first experience with Galgon with the release of Double Peace. And I think it's so funny because when you go, if you've played Double Peace and you've never played the original, when you go back and play the original, I think you will appreciate Double Peace even more. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think Double Peace was a follow-up to the original. Whereas the original is a bit more traditional, they tried to kind of mix it up a bit with Double Peace. So having that, both traditional, kind of dating sim style gameplay or story. Well, there's some gameplay there too, and then the rail shooting gameplay. It's just the classic to me.
Yeah, it is. Did you play the original before you worked here?
Yeah, I imported the PS3 version.
Yeah, same. I did too. I did too. Yeah, I mean it's only the true crazies like us really knew about Galgon, or it was maybe a meme headline somewhere here and there.
I mean, it was completely in my wheelhouse.
Oh, totally.
A dating sim fan and arcade game fan.
Yes, yes. I think y'all would be very surprised at just how good of an arcade shooter Galgon really truly is. It doesn't get enough credit for that, I don't think.
No, it's that was as a company, that's our thing, is making retro style games.
Yeah.
And Galgon is totally part of that tradition.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you look at games like House of the Dead or Time Crisis, games that everybody knows that have done so well with that arcade rail shooting genre, and I think the quality of Galgon is right up there with games like that.
For sure.
It's awesome. And of course, with Galgon coming back, you're going to meet a whole new cast of girls, some of which,
a lot of them.
Some of which may be familiar to those of you who play Double Peace. Some of them may not be. And we're bringing back everything that made the original good and making it even better. We got all the characters, all the modes are coming back. Stuff like Doki Doki Carnival, all that stuff's coming back. Some of the DLC costumes from the original are packed into the game right from the get-go. And of course, the number I know all of y'all are curious about. How many pairs of panties do you think are in Galgon?
Well, there's got to be at least a couple dozen, right?
Couple dozen.
There's got to be a couple dozen.
Hey, look at this guy. Couple dozen. You're precious. You are precious.
Couple dozen.
Couple dozen. You underestimate the power of the Galgon team.
Should never do that. Should never underestimate them.
423 types of underoos.
Put in all that work
in Galgon, and there maybe even more on the way. Maybe
to be determined.
Work potentially in progress. Even more panties.
Secret unlockable panties.
423, folks. Isn't that nuts?
That's a lot.
It is. It really is. So we were talking about all the new characters in the game that some of you are meeting for the first time. And so I kind of wanted to take a few minutes to introduce the characters of the main six, as it were, of Galgon Double Peace. So I'm gonna get my notes here, if you will excuse me. So we're gonna switch over to the character introductions, and first, I guess you could call her kind of the poster girl of Galgon. I think that's fair to say. She's one of the poster girls of Galgon. We're gonna bring up her in just a second here. We'll get this lovely lady. There she is.
Yeah.
Miss Kaname Nonomiya, voiced by the one and only Haruka Miyake, who is actually different from the original, and she's done a fantastic job. I actually got to sit in on one of her recordings. She absolutely crushed it. Absolutely killed it. I cannot wait for you to experience the all the work that she did. So I want to give you a little blurb about Kaname so you can get to know her a little bit. So she's a second-year student and Tenzo's childhood friend. Tenzo, of course, being the main protagonist of Galgon 1. And she's a kind but meddling type of girl. Her family lives at a shrine where she works as a shrine maiden. She's completely obsessed with anything involving ghosts and spirits and goes into full superfan mode whenever she comes into contact with them. When it comes to romance, she has a tough time sharing her feelings and is not good with even talking about it. While she's not very athletic or physically fit, good luck trying to stop her when she's on a rampage about something. She's also quite an airhead.
Imagine that.
So especially when you have experience with the game, what were your thoughts on Kaname when you first saw her or got to interact with her in the game?
Oh wow, it's
been
been
a hot
so
minute.
long.
Been a hot minute.
Kaname. Yeah, I mean she's a bit different than you'd really expect from the main protagonist.
Yes,
of this sort of
definitely.
Game.
I would agree.
The nice thing about Galgun is that all the protagonists are kind of treated equally, but her being the front and center on the box there.
Yeah.
She kind of has a different sort of presence, but
kind of like how Shinobu was for Double Piece. Sort of that same not the main character per se, but something makes them a little different.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because Double Piece has the two kind of demon hunter protagonists.
Yes.
They're sort of based on Kaname in a way. They're kind of a reaction to that. So you'd see the original finally.
Yes.
The original spiritualist protagonist for Galgon.
Yeah, Galgon's got a very good thing with the shrine maidens or spirit mediums, whatever you want to call them, and she's the OG.
Right.
You finally get to see what she's got in store.
Lots of supernatural happenings.
Yes. Oh, there is
a variety.
All right, so we're gonna switch it up to the next character. I'm gonna switch it up. Let's get her up there. Let me get her up there. Switcheroonies. There she is. Is Akira Hibuki, voiced by the one and only Fumiko Uchimura. So Akira, just like Kaname, is a second-year student, and she's been in the same class as Tenzo since middle school. She considers herself the Academy's defender of justice. She can't stand seeing the weak get bullied, and may have a bit of a brother complex. She may seem tough as nails, but her heart is quite fragile, making her quick to tears and easily embarrassed. Completely unable to be docile with the one she loves, she can't help but end up using a lot of colorful language with them.
Interesting.
So what are your thoughts on Akira when you first got to, both back in the day and, getting to work with her when we were doing the English localization?
Yeah, well, she's a lot of fun. She definitely has a bit more of a different style than the other protagonists, being a little bit more, kind of boyish on the outside, but still very much girlish on the inside.
Yes.
She's a woman of contrasts.
Yes, she is. Yeah, she's got. You say she's got the boken or the wooden sword, whatever you want to call it. Just her. She looks like a tough character, but yeah, she's got that pure maiden heart on the inside. And
absolutely,
if you mess it up, Tenzo, she's gonna beat your ass. So you gotta be careful. But yeah, she's an absolute delight to interact with, and localizing all of her as it says colorful language has been a lot of fun to put it lightly. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next character. Let's get her up there. Get her up there. There she is. Miss Kaoruko Sakazaki. The Sakazaki. If you're a Galgun faithful, you may recognize that name. It's the name of the Academy. That's the girl.
That's it.
For those of you who've played Double Piece, you may have seen her before, although not as a person. A little nod to Kaoruko in Double Piece.
And Galgun 2.
And Galgun 2, actually, yeah. So next time you play Galgun 2 or Double Piece, be on the lookout for something that looks like Miss Kaoruko here. But so Karako Sakazaki, she is voiced by the legendary Miss Maya Uchida. And she's a third-year student and the only daughter of the head of the extremely wealthy Sakazaki conglomerate. We have a thing with conglomerates here in Creates.
Interesting.
She's incredibly prideful and confident, and she's usually a kind girl, but she is not afraid to unleash her fury against those who slight her in some way, as Tenzo tends to find out. She's very popular with guys and gals alike, to the point where there are multiple fan clubs of her at the academy. She joined the art club because she enjoys painting, and she also excels at many sports at a near pro level, with the one exception of swimming.
She's just got it all.
She's got it all. She is the full package character. So what were your thoughts on Kaoruko when you first got to interact with her?
Well, Karako was actually always my favorite in the original.
Oh, okay.
That was
we have a predetermined favorite.
Well, yeah, definitely back then I was into the twin hair, twin drills, blonde.
Yeah, she's got some good Doritos.
She's got that down to a T.
Yes, she does. Yeah. Yes, she does.
Got all that, blonde, tsundere, all the good stuff. As well, right? She's
a really ingredients.
Yes.
That makeup.
Yeah. I just love that her family kind of owns the school. It's just ridiculous.
Like, yeah, her family's wealth is comically ridiculous. Yeah. And that's one of my favorite parts about Kaoruko's storyline, is getting to see how her background, just how refined and cultured of a lady she is, and how taking that and bringing it into the absolute ridiculousness of the situation of Galgon is an absolute delight.
Yeah.
To experience.
Over the top.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite part of working with Karako. And so she's fun to localize too, because she's got that very posh, very distinguished way of speaking Japanese. So it's very fun to work that into a way in English that kind of works that same way and gives that very posh, but sometimes very scathing in a very nice way that only Karako can do. So we're going to switch over to the next character, the last of the four main heroines, protagonists, whatever you want to call them. There she is, my personal favorite.
Oh, yeah.
And those of you who have played Double Peace know her, Miss Aoi Uno, voiced by the one and only Nozomi Yamamoto. Aoi is a first-year student, and she has a pretty rough way of speaking and is not afraid to say exactly what is on her mind. She's a pure rock and roll girl who is doing everything she can to make her rock star dreams come true. The other girls tend to treat her like a cute little pet bunny. I wonder why. She comes from an incredibly poor family and is inherently terrible at academics. She's interested in romance, but doesn't have the slightest clue about it. Now, she is one of a couple characters that, like I said, those of you who have played Double Peace have got this experience before. Not directly, directly, but not directly at the same time. But this is her original debut. She has her own route and everything. What were your thoughts on Aoi when you first got to see her?
Aoi's great. She's so much fun. Just straight up, like, tip to toe. She's like got that interesting personality. She's got all that energy. And I think that's the reason they kept her around for Galgon Double Peace. She's just so much fun to work with. Yeah, she is. She's pure energy. She knows what she wants. She knows what she wants to do. And again, it's just kind of like Kaoruko and Akira and stuff. I love her way of speaking Japanese because she has a very rough way of speaking, which you would look at her, you wouldn't necessarily think that her personality doesn't really match the way she looks per se. Because you said she's got that cute, fluffy bunny appearance going on, but she's still a rocker at heart.
She is pure rock.
That rock spirit.
She is pure rock, and she's an absolute delight. Probably my favorite. There's like events that you do throughout the game. Every Galgon's had them. One of Aoi's events is my absolute favorite. Yeah. I think you know which one I'm talking about. And you guys will get to enjoy that when the game comes out. But that, far and away, my absolute favorite event. So that's the four main heroines that you will get to interact with, just like every other Galgon before. To choose which heroine you love the most. Steal your heart. And try to be together with one of these four lovely ladies. But it's not just the girls. Oh, no. We got some angels up in here. Oh, yeah. We got some angels up in here.
They're still girls.
We're gonna move along to the first angel, who you've also seen in some of the other Galgon games. Miss Patako. Patako herself, voiced by the truly legendary Miss Yukari Tamuda. She is a third-year student at the Angel Academy, and she's a rather clumsy and scatterbrained girl. She had the super easy task of shooting a single love arrow at a target to complete the requirements for graduation, but she royally screwed up and unloaded a bunch into her target, thus bombing the exam. When it comes to Tenzo, she acts and speaks in ways that are very not angel-like. Say that's a fair thing to say about Miss Patako?
Yeah, she's a total ditz.
She's a mess. Patako is a mess, but that's why we love her, because she is a mess.
Yeah. I think a lot of fans probably, she shows up in Double Peace, but she doesn't exactly have, the kind of the center role she does in the original. So I think people are going to be really enjoying that one.
Yeah, Pateko gets a lot more screen time than what you may be used to from her, just seeing her in Double Peace. So I really am excited for you guys to get to interact with her on such a level, and her quips, her one-liners, just the way she interacts with Tenzo throughout the game, I think is easily one of the most fun parts of the entire game. Just because she's an absolute blast, and she is hilarious.
For sure.
So finally, I think probably the most recognizable face of this group, the last character I want to show you guys is, of course, Our Lady Ekoro.
Oh yeah.
The main angel of Galgon Double Peace, and frequent guest character in games like Mighty Gunvolt Burst, Blaster Master Zero.
Yeah.
Our friend Ekoro's made her way around to a couple things.
Yeah.
But this is, of course, Ekoro's debut. And, of course, Miss Ekoro is voiced by the one and only Miss Yui Horie. And she is a second-year student at the Angel Academy. And she's kind of nosy and good at pointing out the faults of others, which if you play Double Peace, you will be very familiar with. She showed great promise as an elite angel, but after she started hanging out with Pateko, her reputation around the Academy began to tank. At first glance, she can come off as a rather shy and gentle girl. Ekoro looks up to Pateko, and whose personality couldn't be any more different from her own. Her life's work is to look after and take care of Pateko, who of anybody in this cast probably needs it. Is that fair to say?
Yes, pretty much. Or the sharp tongue.
Especially compared to how you see her in like Double Peace and things like that. What were your thoughts on Ekoro here in her original debut?
Well, she definitely has a very like straight man style of presence, which is not too far from how she acts in Double Peace, but it's just a different role with her not being exactly front and center.
Exactly.
She's mostly in the Tokyo Carnival mode.
Yeah, she takes a bit of a backseat, compared to what you see from what you guys who've played the games may be used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she is the yang to Pateko's yin. They really kind of complete each other, and she's not front and center like Pateko is this time around. But for those of you who enjoy Ekoro and appreciate her from her other appearances in the Inti Creates universe, I definitely think you will appreciate what she's got in store. Now, after seeing the trailer and people have been talking about the game and stuff like that, we figured you guys probably have some questions for us about what we've shown you from Galgon Returns so far. So we're going to take some time here on the stream to interact with you guys, to answer some of your questions, and just kind of enjoy the topic of Galgon and celebrate Galgon. And while we do that, because we like to play around here while we talk with you guys, I thought, especially since we've been playing a bit of Mighty Gunvolt Burst lately, now that the limited run games release is finished, wouldn't it be fun to give you guys a taste of the man himself, the protagonist? Yes, this guy right here, Mr. Tenzo himself. You say, there they are. There's Pateko. There's Ekoro.
Right there.
It all comes together. It all comes together. So while we take some questions from you guys, we're just gonna mess around with Tenzo here and have some fun.
Yeah.
So we got you. We see it YouTube. We see it Twitch. And so we're gonna take some time here. And if you got questions for us, anything you want to ask us about what you've seen from Galgon Returns or any other Inti Creates stuff for that matter, now is the time to do so.
Bring it on. Tell us who is the best girl and why is it Aoi?
Ha! My man, he knows. He knows.
Aoi's quite good. I mean, I have nothing but love for all the main characters and all the characters, period.
Oh yeah,
really.
We joke around and play fair stuff, but it's like we do love all the characters, but we like to have fun too. But see, what I loved when we originally put Tenzo in this is that this was long before Galgon Returns ever came out, so it was kind of funny. It's like you'd be like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, I mean, if you play Double Peace, you pretty much have the idea, but not not the same guy.
Nope, totally different person.
Yeah. Same problem, different guy.
Same problem, yes. Same problem, different dude.
Is Returns going to have the same opening theme?
Oh, you just wait.
Yeah.
I think I will say, if you're a fan of the original and played the original, you will very much like what we have in store. I think you'll be very happy with what we have prepared for you. But that's all you're going to get for now.
So Matt, before you joined Inti Creates, you said you were a longtime Inti fan. How hyped are you for Gunvolt 3?
Extremely. It's so funny going from being a fan of something to getting to work on it personally. It's a journey that really never gets old, and you kind of always have to pinch yourself a little bit.
Right.
I always told myself, if I stop feeling that way, I need to check myself. Because it truly is an honor to be able to work on these titles and be able to, you know, at least for us, you know, being able to enable, you know, people around the world to be able to play these games that weren't originally written in their language, and to be able to enjoy them just as much as somebody, you know, who speaks Japanese. I think I can speak for Andrew too, and we take a lot of pride in that.
Oh yeah.
And I consider it, you know, an honor to be able to do that. And of course, you know, doing stuff like this to bring you guys all the information about the games, because, you know, a game, if nobody knows about your game, no one's going to get to play it. So, but yeah, it's very exciting, and I am extremely blessed to be able to do this. I really think you guys are going to like what we have in store for Gunvolt 3, based on everything I have seen so far.
Can you confirm if the content found in the Xbox One version will be any different from the Switch or PC versions? Can we talk about that? I'm not sure.
I can't speak too specifically, but I can tell you this much: we have, just like we always do, you know, we have no intentions on, you know, cutting anything or doing anything like that. So
for sure.
I can't really speak to specifics or anything like that right now. So, you know, let's.
Tenzo's. Use the right stick with that one.
Yep.
It's quite good.
The Doki Doki mode. Nice little platform there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to get out of his way. Love being able to hit him.
Very nice. Yeah, that's
so good.
That's very powerful stuff.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just so excited that we get to celebrate the 10th anniversary by bringing Galgon back home.
That's really awesome.
To where it started. I think that's so much fun, and I really hope all you Xbox players out there will get to enjoy Galgon Returns.
Right.
You want to take a crack at something?
I can't really see the screen.
Oh, you cannot see the screen. Sorry, we had this problem last time, didn't we?
Over here, maybe
yeah, we had this problem last time, didn't we?
Yeah, unfortunately. Until we get like a clear barrier here, maybe.
Oh, that's right. He is, there we go. Okay.
Was the development team excited when they found out they could return to the first entry?
I mean, I can only speak for myself, but yes,
I can't speak for that.
extremely. You know, especially for me, whose job is to, you know, kind of, you know, my job is to work with all the Western fans, and, you know, like I said, this was the game that got away, and, you know, being able to finally, after 10 years, bring this game to an English-speaking audience is huge. You know, when I came in here, I fought very hard for, you know, the Galgon series to be released in the West because I believed that it had a fan base, and I was a firm believer that, you know, people want this type of game.
Oh yeah.
And I am so glad that, I did what I had to do to help get Galgon released, and now here we are, 5 years after that, bringing the original back in all its remastered glory. Like, it's so exciting.
Oh yeah.
Like, I am just beyond stoked for this.
Yeah, that'll be very nice to get that for everybody who wants to play it. Because even now, I think the Japanese release can be hard to get even in Japan.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, the game's almost 10 years old at this point.
I don't think that's even available digitally anywhere.
No, it's not. It is not.
That was before widespread digital downloads for games. So you have to track down a physical copy even if you want to play it. Just making that widely available to everyone worldwide will be very nice.
So I love how like the hearts appear on the side.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it is. Whoops. I underestimated the.
Look at the right screen.
Oh no, I was looking at the right screen.
Okay,
I just
making sure.
I think I think for Tenzo, these move a little faster. Or either that or I'm going crazy. One of the two. Both of which are equally likely, in all honesty. Also, I just want to say, while we're waiting for another question, thank y'all for all the nice compliments about my shirt. It's really awesome. I saw it, and I appreciate you. I know who Best Girl is. It's my existence. It's how
we did have a question about what game you found the most challenging to translate. Kind of flipped off the screen, but it was an interesting one.
Yeah, well, it depends on what you mean. There's a couple of different things you could look at and think of that. Is it the circumstances? Like how much, how much time we had to work on it, or like how long the text is, or is it like the difficulty of the material? Because I think the answer you kind of have to look at both to get a clear answer.
Let's say material-wise.
Material-wise, I would probably say Dragon Mark for Death, or
I would definitely say Dragon Mark for Death.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I can't. Material-wise, I can't really think of anything that's more challenging than Dragon Mark for Death.
Well, mostly just because it's nailing that setting was super important for that.
Yeah, you got to really choose your words carefully because you don't. All these other games, your Blaster Masters, your Mighty Burst, your Gun Volts, your Galguns, they all take place in like a modern setting of some sort.
And a lot of them involve younger characters who aren't necessarily going to speak super complex. Yeah, sometimes they do.
Like we work on anime games, we're not used to translating old people.
Yeah, very true. Yes. Yeah, and there are a lot of them in Dragon.
Yeah, or like gods and monsters, and it's a very different demographic of characters than we're used to. And that's not a bad thing, of course, but it proposes a unique challenge.
Absolutely. Any plans on bringing back any Inti Creates brand that hasn't been re-released or remastered yet, like Love and Destroy or Gunbike?
Oh man, I'm just glad that there are people who both.
I'd love to let you know, but yeah.
I'm just glad that there are people who both know about and appreciate Gunbike and Love and Destroy.
I would love a modern Gunbike.
I mean, those are that's our first and second game we ever released as a company.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into the weeds about it, but if that's something that is possible and doable, I'm sure that's something that will be considered. But it's not something I could ever promise here on good old Hangout at NTHQ. Would it be cool? Absolutely. know, it's kind of funny. I always thought it was funny because, you know, I think we as Inti Creates are known for our 2D games, especially 2D action games, and yet a lot of our original first releases were all 3D.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny how that works?
Yeah. Well, that was the era, right? The PlayStation era really saw people trying as hard as they could to get 3D games, and 2D games were a bit, I wouldn't say rare, but they were somewhat discouraged, I think. So
there's definitely a big 3D push for sure.
Yeah, both from fans and industry alike. Are there any crossover plans for Galgon Returns? I need Dragon Marked for Death waifus.
That's great.
That's an interesting place to go with that for sure. Dragon Marked for Death. I think I mentioned Dragon Marked for Death costumes in Galgon Returns.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be.
That would be fun. Again, no promises, but that would be fun.
I don't know. Yeah, can't speak to any plans on that, but you know, anything's possible.
Yeah, man, that's one of the joys of post-release Galgun is figuring out what the DLC costumes are going to be.
For sure.
I'm just shooting him. I know it's not going to do anything.
Yeah. With the nail biter.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little. I forgot that. I always forget that explodes against the dang wall. Every time I forget about that. Oof. Oh my god, I hit the start button. Hit the start button.
Tons of damage.
But you know what? You know what? You know, I was gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna see this through. But you know what?
I would love to see it through.
I would love to see this through. But you know what? There's honestly something I would like to do even more. So, you see, guys, I haven't been completely honest with you. I've not been completely honest with you. And I wanted to say this for all of you cool kids who stuck around to the very end of the stream. Because you see, we got a little surprise for you. Yes.
I'm shocked.
You're shocked?
I'm shocked and surprised.
Big Shoku.
Already.
So we're gonna have to do some little change of scenery here real quick, but since we love you guys so much and we appreciate you coming out here to hang with us at NTHQ, we're gonna play some Galgun Returns for y'all.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we are. So while we're getting that set up, I'll tell you what. I'm the worst person at keeping a surprise.
Yeah.
Because see. Because here's the thing. I don't have a poker face at all. I don't. So it's when I want to do something exciting, when I want to do something that's very exciting, I can't contain my excitement because I am the worst at. I'm the worst at it.
Behind the secrets. Gotta make sure.
Hang on just a minute.
No worries. How's everybody doing?
Just a moment, guys.
Out there?
Just a moment.
Y'all looking forward to Galgun? Are you gonna get that game?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you the good stuff. My buttons were just not playing very nice.
We gotta make sure everyone gets the perfect.
We want to get you that. We want to get you the good stuff. I'm gonna get you the good stuff. So in order to do that, just give me a moment here, and we will make sure that happens for you.
Yeah, we're trying to make sure you can get that good English experience.
Yes.
Which should be a first, assuming we can get it to work. That's right, Aizasan's here helping background. Could you tell? How did you know? You found him out.
We got it. We got it.
We got it?
We got it.
Oh.
So here's
That's
the
exciting.
first official look at Galgon. Turns. Look at them.
Incredible.
Look at them.
It's kind of nostalgic, really, because I got this game when it came out on PS3, so I guess it would have been like a year later than the Xbox version. Just remember all this. You played through the stage so many times, like going through all the routes.
Yeah, because it's funny because if you've played Double Peach, you may be familiar with this setting, but
You also see it there. What?
We're gonna
Mega
Minico.
does look like.
Now, of course, if you've never seen Galgon before, you know that you've got to shoot these girls because they are madly in love with you, and you gotta
bring them to euphoria.
Yes.
Give them euphoria with your pheromone shots.
But see, the call out attacks are some of my favorite things and we actually leave those in Japanese on purpose because I think it really keeps with the just kind of insane anime nature of the game, and so they're trying to hug you, tackle you, hand you love letters, shout words of adoration at
They're
you.
all confessing their love.
Now, of course, when you zoom over certain spots, you'll see things like, if you can read Japanese, it's like ha, or tune, or doki. That means that's their weak spot. And if you shoot them there, you get that little thing called the ecstasy shot. Which otherwise, if you don't shoot them, it's like, okay, it takes a couple shots. Like, okay, well. But then if you get an ecstasy shot, boom. One hit euphoria goodness. Oh, she almost got me there.
Those are the tricky ones. Yeah, and I always liked, ever since I first played it, it's kind of an analog to a headshot in a normal shooter. So like having that twist of being, in a different spot on every girl, you don't always aim at their head, sometimes you hit their legs.
Exactly. There's four spots. There's the head, the chest, like the waist, and the legs.
Yes.
So each girl will have a spot. And it doesn't change. Like each girl has their spot.
It's their specific one. So you really benefit from memorizing and remembering the girls.
Hi, Ninako. Yeah, of course.
You get more points that way, so there's also the score element.
Now you notice when they shout stuff, and each girl's have different levels of pheromone shots they can take. The first year students are a little bit, more love struck than others. It only took me 3 for the first year student there, but this third year girl is taking quite a few shots. And then you're like, oh, wait a minute. Well, how do you know if they're a first year or a third year or whatever? They're color coded. Every student, so all the first year students, like Tsubomi here, wear red. All the second year students, like Miss Kyoka here, wear blue. And all the third years, like Miss Mika here, wear green.
Perfect.
That's
another way to
look how
help
many
you
shots
memorize.
she just resisted that. She's one tough cookie.
She's tough.
Oh, there's some behind me on the corner.
You gotta get those extra shots.
Let's see, there's just a couple for her. Look how many more shots. So those third years are not to be messed with. Oh, you gotta get this shot. You always want to make sure, if you got the flying attack coming at you, if you shoot the red one, it will get rid of all of them. But if you don't, then it becomes a little bit harder to deal with. She loves you. Stop!
Omoshiroi. Someone in the chat.
I mean, it's true. It is omoshiroi. It is very true. Omoshiroi, of course, means interesting or fun. There's your Japanese word of the day. Omoshiroi. I didn't think playing Galgon, that would be the word of the day, but you know what? That's cool. That's totally fine. But yeah, it's really kind of crazy how much these the third years,
You really gotta get those ecstasy shots.
Yeah, they're ready for your nonsense. Now she's got the armband because Shizuka there. She's on the Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Oh.
Can't forget.
Saved by the Doki Doki.
Doki Doki.
That was scary. That was very scary.
Situation.
So, welcome to Doki Doki mode. Of course, we're here with our friend Neneko here. And, you know, she got all these dokis going on, and, you know, we're gonna... Oh, there's a doki there. There's a doki there.
Oh, there's the UI.
Yeah, there's the UI. You can toggle the UI on and off if you want. Trying to, you guys zoom, and then...
There you go.
Amazing. This is just, you're living your best life.
The classic.
This is what Galgon is all about, dear friends. And you gotta be careful, because you know, if you get too... You're gonna zoom in too far. Oops. Haha. We keep getting my button mixed up. But then, if you try to zoom in too much, you try to get too cheeky, they'll guard. So what you gotta do then, is you just gotta find a different spot, and undo the guard.
Yeah, so this is the classic.
It's so hard to
Doki
keep a
Doki
straight face
mode.
while doing this.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best, people, but this is not easy.
Yeah, and anyone who's played Double Peace will recognize this, but only if you got to the end of the game.
Yeah.
So the regular Doki Doki mode was changed up for Double Peace, so you're gonna get a lot more practice with this version of it, going through returns.
Almost there. Oh, that's a big doki. That's a big doki.
People are asking for the
oh no! Whatever
panic
shall
button.
we do? What's that?
People ask for the panic button. It's really important on these.
Oh yeah.
Doki
How could I
Doki
forget?
mode.
So if you're playing Doki Doki mode and you're like, oh man, this is the best game ever created by mankind. Oh my god, this is the best.
Your mom comes in.
So if your mom's like, hey Andrew, what are you playing in there? Like, nothing, Mom. It's just you know,
retro game.
one of those classic games, you know, that I played when I was a kid. You know how it goes. You know, but what a nice, you know, she's like, I won't fail you this time. She's so nice. How nice is she, right? All right, son. Well, none of that anime shenanigans, okay? Yeah, Mom, sure. Okay, she's gone. She's gone. Okay, Mom's gone. Back to it.
Right, back to it.
Back to it.
Oh, there you go.
That's a pretty big one. That's a big doki. Oh, no, she ain't about that life. She ain't about that life.
Looks like your bomb's ready.
Okay, my bomb is indeed ready. Just gotta... When your bomb is ready, unleash the bomb. See, when you give your girl Doki Doki mode, her stats will change. You get their profile, and you drop a megaton Doki Doki bomb.
Yeah. That was a big one.
That's the life you could be living. You could be living. Oh, well, you got a friend. You got a friend. You got a friend.
Get a story
It's Kaname. Oh, look at her. Although our little thing's cutting it off a little bit. Arigatou gozaimasu.
There we go.
I just saw he changed it.
Quick save.
It's a shady channel. Yes, I'm not gonna give you too much. We only have a couple minutes left, but you know, this is one of the key parts of Galgon. You have the shooting, and then you have the dating sim elements. This is the key part of the Galgon experience. And of course, you know, you go through, you're talking to Kaname.
My mom looks really nice up close.
Yeah. Oh, you know, don't pay attention to that. And then, of course, you got some big decisions to make. What do you think, guys? What's going on with Tenzo? Is it his guardian angel? It's nothing, don't worry, or the fabled erotica borealis?
Jeez.
I don't think it was that one, but that's okay.
She didn't like that.
She is
one.
not.
You can hear the sound effect.
She's not about that life. Yeah, she's gonna do the exorcism. Alright, guys. This is your last mission. This is your final mission, chat.
Jeez.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be, chat? What is the final mission? The final mission. I'm getting a variety of answers here. Getting a nice variety. I think I'm seeing a lot of B's. What do you think? I'm seeing a lot of B's.
It look that way.
I think I'm seeing a lot of B's. Every time I see that line, I just think of Austin Powers. You know, Tenzo, he's cool, circa 1997. Yeah. You know how you do. Just the sigh. Just the sigh. The sigh. The sigh. Well, there you go. That is about all the time we have for you, dear folks, today. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, but I can just a little bit more. Give you just a little bit more. Poor Kaname, she's just like, what is with this dude? I love this line a lot. Aw, snap!
The classic.
Oh. Is that not the Galgon experience in a nice bite-sized nutshell?
That's the good stuff.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you've enjoyed the surprise look at the very first look at English Galgon Returns. Sure. That is just the tiniest little sample of what the game has in store for all you folks. So I encourage you to follow the news from both us and from our friends at P-Cube, who will be publishing the game in North America and Europe. They have a special collector's edition on the way. So you definitely will want to be on the lookout for that, because we have cooked up something very, very nice for all of you Galgunners around the world out there. So stay tuned from both us and our friends at P-Cube for all of the latest Galgon Returns information. And of course, you can follow us at Inti Creates on Twitter for all the latest from us right here at Inti Creates HQ. We'll be back with you guys in due time. I will announce our next stream on the Twitter, of course, so you can join us there the next time we are on. Until then, dear friends, we hope you are safe. We hope you are well. We hope you're washing your freaking hands and you're wearing a mask and being good. So until next time, friends, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.